Kenny, let's do it.
What's good?
Man. All right, so I would just want to jump right into it. Right now, what season are you in as a man? Like,
what season am I in? I'm in. I just finished my doctorate. Like, literally got Tuesday, I got the email from my professor that my final grade has been average. I thought I had one more due next week. He says, nope, this is great. Get 120, 145, 145. So I'm done. So, like, it's like, for me, it's like the sense of accomplishment. I mean, I still got 2 more classes. That class, we got to watch videos. Then we got a dinner all together.
Yeah.
But I'm done.
You're on a victory lap.
Oh, yeah. I got my, I think my cap and gown comes to my house today. So right now I'm just like, the season I'm in, I guess that would be harvest season. Because, like, I've been in school since January 2020. And now I'm finishing May 2026. So 5.5 years straight.
Jeez.
I've been in classes.
Full time? Or are you doing
full
like
time?
4 or 5
full
classes?
time. I did a bachelor's, I did a master's, and now I just finished my doctorate straight.
Oh shit! And you did all that in 5 years?
Yeah, 5.5 years.
I didn't even know it was that easy.
I mean, I'm extraordinary, bro. I'm not saying it's easy.
And that's why I got you on, because you really are extraordinary. Like, it's not normal, the things that you do, and like the many hats that you wear.
Yeah.
Can you talk about like some of the programs and some of the things that you are actually involved in?
Yeah. So first, I am a board member of the 100 Black Men of Las Vegas. I'm the director of communication, executive board member. From there, I'm also the 100 Black Men is a mentoring organization, it's the largest mentoring organization in the country. I participated when I was a youth. When I was in high school, I got in trouble, and end up doing their youth programs, and they ended up giving me some money to go to Morehouse over 20 years ago. So I'm always big and paying it for it. So I would do a lot of work with 100 Black Men. Then from there we have the Collegiate 100, which is our mentoring program at the UNLV, and I am one of the chapter advisors. Me and Dwayne Kyles, he's the campus advisor. We chartered it 3 years ago. And then I'm also a board member of Global Paint for Charity, one of the largest paint recycling nonprofits in the country. Okay. We recycled over 2 million gallons of paint. Dr. Ronnie Delgard, also an alum of the UNLV Doctoral Public Policy Program, which I'm in. I'm also, like I said, finishing up my 3rd year. I'm a graduating 3rd year doctoral candidate. Just got my last paper graded and submitted. It's 145 out of 145. So, like, I'm just on a victory lap right now.
Yes, sir. Straight A.
Yeah. I think I got an A-, but whatever. I'm finishing with a 3.96 GPA, though. Won a lot of awards. I published 5 papers since I've been in college. Since I've been at my doctorate program, so I'm actively at and also I'm also a Southwest board member of the Association of Energy Service Professionals, which is the organization I published a lot of my research through. Really proud of that, the work we do with that one. That one's a professional organization that focuses on clean energy jobs, transmission, understanding energy policy. So, like, been a board member there for like last year. Also a member of I'm a fellow from the Academic Engagement Network, which is to hear that was to promote anti-Semitism. Uh-huh. So with the Collegiate 100, got married got a Jewish wife, got a Jewish kid, converted. So I'm trying to promote like Black and Jewish unity.
Yeah.
So I hosted the last year and a half. This is going to be our 3rd Black and Jewish unity dinner. Mainly I'm a member near to me. And I'm in the Men's Club for theirs. It's another organization. I'm in the Men's Club there. And to me, it's just like, promote unity in the neighborhood. I mean, got a Black and Jewish daughter, so I got to make sure that, I know how
the world is safe for her.
World safer, and I understand it. Like, you got a lot of moving parts. So I joined that, really active in it. My research focus on with them is civil rights movement. So my uncle was a civil rights attorney in Atlanta. Learned a lot. Clerk for John Lewis, Maynard Jackson. These are like civil rights Andrew Young, civil rights icons. Wow. That I had the pleasure to be mentored by them. As a student when I was high school and college. So now I look like going back paying it forward. Yeah. With that, this Black and Jewish Unity Dinner, now we're promoting like the civil rights movement, because like the civil rights started really, I believe, 1958. That is when they had a bombing at the synagogue temple it's called the Temple. It's a big synagogue on Pierce Street Road there. And that's also the year that Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King moved the SCLC back from Birmingham, Alabama to Atlanta, Georgia, moved to the Sweet Auburn building. And I think they start having, and Dr. King is going around doing his tours at all the churches. he invited Reverend Rothschild from the temple to come there. And next thing you know, you got black and Jewish guy just pulling up to everywhere he go. And I believe that started the real civil rights moment where there's a lot of Jews, people that went along, especially you talk about the Mississippi burning killings that happened in the 1960s and the protests, like guys like Bernie Sanders actually participated. So because these kind of things, I'm very big on like knowing your history, where you're from. I'm very familiar with that history. My uncle worked at the Civil Poverty Law Center, NAACP Legal Defense Fund attorney. So for me, that was like, I want to continue that kind of thing. I was showed as a kid, and that also like, these are two of the most Democratic voting people together too. Jews vote about 70% Democrat, African Americans are 90, 95. We have a lot of similar issues. So I always look like, if I see a guy in a Nazi outfit or waving a Confederate flag, that's the enemy, not me and you. Just being honest.
I feel that. Dang. And you're a new dad.
Yeah, we do that. I have a 2.5-year-old daughter, Kennedy, married, Lauren. We've been married 3 years now.
Oh, congrats. Dang.
Yeah.
So oh my goodness. So all this transpired, you, your wife, your daughter, all that transpired as you're going through school?
Yeah. I made a decision like when I was having her, and I got a mixed kid. So I was like, I need to make sure. I'm thinking like when her growing up, like I had friends as doctors and professors growing up from my uncle and my mom's friends. I was like, I didn't know that it should be Dr. Kenny, because like we get to a spot, you put respect on the name. So I wanted like my daughter, like she's already mixed. Yeah. So it's like I need to like finish this out. And like her growing up, she'll be known to her friends as, oh, your daddy's Dr. Cottrell, not Mr. Cottrell. So that's just one of the things that's like one of the things that pushed me to like, oh, my God, daughter. She can't even talk yet. She didn't even talk yet, but when she starts talking, she say, oh, my daddy's Dr. Cottrell.
Right.
She just sees it on boards, on paper. She don't know why, but figure out later.
Oh, I love that. So it's like you're really setting a foundation for your legacy, and it sounds like you have a deep history that you're basing a lot of your today's moves off of.
Yeah. I'm big like family. Like I said, on my dad's side, almost everybody has college education. My dad's 1 of 9. Everyone's been to college, I think, except for one. I think one of my aunts was a postal worker, but everyone worked in education. Like my cousin Jill, Dr. Jill Triplett Ellis. She was over accreditation for like Spelman, make sure they're compliant through SACS for Spelman for like 11 years. And doing when she started it, that was the first year Spelman was like U.S. News and History top HBCU. Well, started the year she started doing it. Wow. So I think like I always said the continuation that started with my cousin.
History.
And then, like, I went to Morehouse. I got accepted to all types of school. I got to Morehouse randomly, but Morehouse was a great experience. Dropped out my senior year. I was making a shit ton of money in real estate. Market went great, but, then I decided after I got in trouble, I was like, I was always really smart. I should just go back to school, and looked at where I had the opportunity. UNLV gave me the opportunity, and then I told myself I got the opportunity, I would make the most out of it, and I'm living up to what I started.
So what? Going back, you grew up in Atlanta?
Born and raised, west side of Atlanta, yep.
And so you say you got in trouble. Where did things go wrong? What happened?
Shit. So educational version of HIPAA, they can't do it. We ended up suing. I ended up like saying, fuck it. So I go to South Africa that year. I do a community service project. Judge Hatchett was my professor, was my judge in my case.
So you had community service, and they sent you to South Africa to kind of handle that.
I had to do all this community. Well, we had to do 8 weeks of community service, and the church, Bishop Eddie Longshore, New Birth, does a trip to South Africa. We went with New Birth.
That's fire.
It was really good training.
That was fun.
But I came back like pro-black as hell. So, and then my family, I went to Morehouse in Spelman, so my uncle knew one of the old president. And I had a really high SAT score. I had a 1588 SAT score.
F that Ivy League. I'm going to Morehouse.
And the last minute, changed my mind. Brad, one of the best decisions I made in my life. Shout out Uncle Melvin who gave me that the hookup right there. Yeah. And went there, had a high SAT score, was there for 4 years. Last year I got the fucking business policy. Dr. Mormon faded me. I turned my paper in late, so I deserved it. Either way, I was already making money in real estate, and I got really hooked on making money in real estate, and that's where everything got. But I got in trouble in high school, and that's what overall led me to go to Morehouse College. The string of habits led me to go to Morehouse College, which is where I found myself and was very learned from some of the best. And I even look at today, My friends that went to Morehouse, I mean, shit, lawyers, doctors, engineers, like
Amazing.
They're like, yeah, that and that's to my friends. They're my friend. That's normal. Then you thought about it. Now we're like 40. We're all fucking professionals.
It's the standard.
It's not. No, we were extraordinary then. Like you don't see that many black males in like facilities. I go to like, all these conferences. Associated Energy Services, love the organization. How many black males are in there? And guess how many black males I've seen that went to Morehouse? 3. If I met 10 of there, I would say 3 of them went to Morehouse. That tells you about the numbers that Morehouse is putting out.
Damn, maybe I should take my my education to Morehouse.
Oh no, you stay here. No, so I love going to school. So Nevada is great place, diverse, and that's why I came here. I couldn't go to all white school. Let me just be fair, I wouldn't. Yeah. So I looked at here, Arizona State, Texas. Texas just I don't like the laws in Texas. So for me, I was going to move to Texas. Arizona, it was a coin toss between here and Arizona. Arizona State's a diverse school. I wouldn't go to UNR. UNR is like too like I don't want to live in an all white city. Let me just be very frank when I say that. I don't feel comfortable there. I grew up in a minority majority city in Atlanta, so I would have to always live in one of those demographics. Yeah. And that's just me.
No, I hear that. So you're a father now to a daughter.
I am.
How has that shifted your perspective on life?
Make more money. So I start with that. Got to make more money. Want to raise her and go to private schools. You want to give her the best chances that she got. Also, your wife's like your teammate, so you got to make sure she's in a good place mentally, physically, all of that. Because you got remember we're stuck together 18 years, one way or another. We might as well just do it together now. Unless we love each other. I think that's like the big thing. You got to like to make sure you support your wife, and then like with her on, this is like who I hang myself around with. I already kind of like got rid of like all the wild stuff. I've done a lot of wild. I was a wild boy, so I got rid of a lot of stuff just going to school. I got really disciplined going to school. And her just like further like I can do this. I want this for her, but also like I want her to be super smart. I want her to like we buy books. We're the family that buys books. We're the family that buys educational toys. We value that more than anything. We value probably that more than anything, and eating healthy and stuff. So like I would say those are the 2 things. Health is the other big thing. I go to the gym pretty consistently. I go to the doctor, get my blood work drawn, because that's like I have my daughter at 39, so. Shit, I need to at least make it to like 70 something just to get her into college. So you start just doing the math on it.
No, I feel that.
So like I had her at 30. So like 59, I should be going roughly and still in college. So I guess then I need 10 years. That's 70. So make sure she's straight. So let me get to 70. I feel. I get my daughter. She gets to grow up, proper education, try to get a job to establish herself.
I love that. So that makes me think. How do you want your daughter to think of you as when she's grown? Like, what do you want her to know of her father?
He was a nice guy. He wasn't a mean person.
You gonna be strict on her?
Of course. I'm like an asshole. No, I want I expect you to do academically work. I expect you. I'm smart. You're smart. You should do academically work well. I'm not one that makes excuses for shit. And then just make sure that you do community service, like what characters are, because I think like a lot of people they get sucked in their window, and they don't know what like service is, what it means. They don't know what other cultures are, especially like you got a mixed race kid, because you want to understand you and you be proud of like you can be both, and that's okay. Like I see so many people who are mixed, they felt bad and scared to talk about it. At least me growing up, seeing with my own friends, just sort of be comfortable in herself, being like biracial. And then also the fact that you need to go to college. In my book, I think you need to go to college. You really need a master's, and I'm willing to commit financially to that point to get there.
Yeah. So you're biracial?
What?
Are you
no,
biracial?
I'm black.
Okay.
My wife's Jewish.
Right. So you grew up light skinned.
I did.
But both parents are black.
Yeah, both my parents. Well, they're native. So the both of them are black. Both of them are mixed. I'll say they're both. What do you call it down there? Cajun Creole. We're Creole down there. Both my parents are from Mobile, Alabama, right on the Gulf Coast. So my dad's family is Irish, Choctaw, Indian, and black. My mom's is French, because her last name is Baptiste, Choctaw, Indian, and black. Wow. So those are the 2 backgrounds I have, and both of them are like mixed diverse, but like both sides of the family for African Americans are both highly educated. Both my parents have college degrees. Mm-hmm. My mom is one of 4 students. All four of her siblings have degrees. Her 2 brothers, one has a one has a doctor and a master's in divinity. The other one was a lawyer. And on my dad's side, he had a master's and he had a bachelor's. Everybody has a bachelor's on my dad's side. He's a couple have engineering, but they're like successful like business guys.
Yeah, a whole lot of black excellence going on.
Well, that's what, like I said, I don't. That's like for me, like this kid should have the right to go to college. No, fuck that. I have a daughter. You can go to school. Okay, yeah. We'll worry about this shit later. Yeah, in fact, you should be going to Spelman College. Shout out to Spelman College, great school. I think that's the best HBCU in the world. To be honest, and I go to Morehouse. Just being like what they put out there is crazy. Both my Spelman sisters, Dr. Chanel Chambers, Dr. LaFrance Knox, both have PhDs. These are like 2 random black people you sit next to. Like I went to Morehouse. Like damn, I got my dorm sister. So then like adoptive Spelman sister, obviously. Dory has a medical doctor, Dory Saxon, and Monica was a branch manager at banks, like at Spelman. So like just like the quality of Spelman is crazy.
I love that. Yeah. So you're sending your daughter to a HBCU?
I've said Spelman College. I mean, very specific. I want to say if it's up to me.
I might take that. I might take that too. Send my daughter to Spelman.
Yeah, everything else is great.
Make that a goal. Because I was like, maybe I could send her to like UCLA or something like that.
No, if she want to go to UCLA, great. But like, I would want you to go to Spelman. Like just like the quality of chicks I met from like Spelman is crazy. Okay. Like Dr. Lindsay's a doctor. They run Fortune 500 country. Roz is literally a black female Fortune 500 company. Sheesh. Yeah. She's my cousin. My cousin went to Morehouse. He's like her year.
Damn. Okay, so your daughter being a biracial person, what is something that you want to instill in her that really like is gonna stick with her for a long time?
Oh, know who you are. Like, be proud of who you are. You're black and Jewish. Own it. Be comfortable in your skin. I would say that's the big thing. When you see yourself in a mirror, see yourself as both. Mm-hmm. Don't have to choose. And also see yourself as a good person. So, like, I'm really big on, like, community service. I started volunteering at soup kitchens when I was, like, 10. My uncle's the lawyer. One of his best friends was Hosea Williams. He on the bail bonds. He was, like, a civil rights legend. He had this thing, Hosea Feeds the Homeless. So we used to go work there. Like, I got in high school. My uncle was like, all right, you should go volunteer there on some of these holidays. And I think that was some of the best people I've met. The people who are committed to service is something I think that transcends race. It just shows that you care about the community. So that'd be like the one thing I will like advocate for my daughter.
And it gives you a perspective too. Like,
yeah, also you like shows you like on why like I think one thing we think the stuff is bad. You're not homeless or broke. You see like what people like front on like what poverty actually is. Yeah. So like always want to keep yourself honest. Like I've traveled when I went to South Africa first time with the new birth. I saw real poverty. It was like in the poor people in America. Poor people were like in Africa, in like Latin America. That's what poverty is. Yeah. And so to me, it gives me like I was like wherever you think stuff is bad, it's not bad. You always be blessed.
What's a key lesson that you learned on that trip to South
Africa? Black is beautiful. Black is beautiful. I came back like seeing these smart Africans in South Africa. These students are like hungry. They want to make the best out of themselves. I thought I would be treated different. I was having everybody welcome me with open arms, realizing people they don't think bad of your place. That also the following year I ended up going to London, France, Spain. I start made me like want to travel places, start realizing like what people think, what they're doing in the South where I'm from. Like, nah, that's how people are. People are actually really nice. They're arm welcoming. They just want to make some money. They want to provide a better education for them and their families. And when you break it down in that kind of place, you start realizing we have a lot more in common than different.
I love that. Dang, that's a good one. That's really good.
I've experienced it. That's just experience right there.
Man. Okay, so going to UNLV, how was that kind of like shaped who you are and like what you're gonna do?
Last 6 years have been crazy because I was just trying to go to college. So after I got in trouble, second time I got in trouble, I wanted.
You said the second time.
Second time I got in trouble. Once in high school, once out of college. Second time I got in trouble, school I originally wanted to go to Kennesaw State accepted me. Then they rejected my application because I was deemed a felon, and they don't let felons on campus. They background check you. So I was just looking for a college that did. The first college I did, Obama had passed this like second chance, start putting the Second Chance Reform Act. So they had some pilot programs. They had a pilot program at Arizona State, and since I used to come to Vegas all the time to party, that was like my thing to do. So I was like, man, I know UNLV, and I had one of my homeboys already lived out there. I called him, and I ended up saying like, I think I'm gonna go to school in Arizona UNLV. So I moved here July 2019, enrolled in January 2020. I've been in school ever since. And for me, is UNLV. The reason I came out here is it was the most diverse school in the country. They had a black president with Dr. Keith Whitfield at the time. So for me, I went to Morehouse again. So like I like seeing black kids. Oh, they got black president. Yeah. I say, okay, I feel like I can go here. There's black people there. Yeah. Like UNLV, there's a lot of diversity. It's not as black, but instead of black, they're Hispanic, which is great. I see Hispanic people of color in position of power. They got some money, and then I see them with the Ferraris and Lamborghinis. So that's like I'm used to seeing in Atlanta. It was like I can go to school out here. Great decision. Met my wife. And then like going into Vegas, all the big conferences here. So you seeing like real dudes with money out here, real dudes is doing it, and it kind of motivates you because like I'm friends with some of these guys. I've been here so long, they're friends. Like, hey, can you come into town for this conference? Let's meet up. I'm staying at the Bellagio. Let's go out. Bring your wife. Bring the family. Like we got free now. I got married and kids. It's like living here in Vegas is cool. Then like the population of my friends from going to Morehouse, Spelman. A lot of them live in L.A. So I go to the Bay. So I go to L.A. in the Bay. Then I joined the 100 Black Men, which start to get your own little group of friends out here. And like I said, 100 Black Men's at it. Most of these guys are retired military or like successful guys. They try to like they try to like push the thing. And for me, like now that gave me a base because like in Atlanta, we had the 100 Black Men. We had a whole bunch of black males who were doing good. This was like the closest thing I recreated in Atlanta, and my friends from Atlanta still come here to party. Who doesn't want to come to Vegas?
Right. Oh, I love that. Okay, so if you could say almost Vegas changed your life. I mean, or like UNLV.
UNLV gave me a second chance. Like I literally needed a second chance at school. Like I said, and this gave me a chance to do it. I came here, got a bachelor's, got a master's, got a doctorate, got married, I published a lot. I'm well respected. Gave me a chance to be one of the co-founders of the Collegiate 100. Gave me a chance to like expand my responsibility with 100 Black Men. Gave me a chance to branch to leadership roles all outside the city. I even looked at just all like the different things I've done the last 6 years has been amazing. I've painted homeless shelters. I've volunteered. I volunteered. I've done paint recycling drives here at UNLV. I've done mentoring. I've done multiple 8-week professional development workshops together. And the fact I was UNLV was the thing that always got me in because as I started getting the master's, then I started being a doctorate. The UNLV promotes the doctorate students you're an extension of the university. So if it's something good, we want in on it, and just don't embarrass the brand. Which I tried not to. I mean, but for the most part, everybody likes me on campus.
It's like you have this crazy redemption story. You said you got in trouble the second time.
Yeah, so I got in trouble. I told myself like while I was in prison, I was a guy named Shirley Cunningham. He's a lawyer. There's a weight reduction case drug called FinFed back in the day. He was the lawyer for it. They got like a $17 million settlement. He took the money and didn't pay the people who won that case, and that's why he went to jail. So I'm in jail talking to him one day. He said, "Where are you from?" He said, "You seem like an educated dude." This is like, "How much time you got?" I said, "They've sentenced me to 6 months, but I probably end up doing 4." He's like, "Oh, you should go back to college." They said, "How old are you?" I said, "I'm 35 at the time. No, 34. 34, turning 35. I decided to take him up on it. We talked about it. I was like, you know what? You're right. I'm going to go back to school. All my friends are starting to get their masters, and I was like, damn, by the time I get out, I could be at the age of a student that gets their master. I'll be like 37 or 38. I'll be done with it. So I did that. That was the whole plan. I was going to come finish my bachelor, get a master's. Only problem is I finished my master's for a 4.0, and I think I'm hot shit. The company I'm interviewing for, they don't make an offer out to me in time. So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and get my doctorate. And then they made their offer. Oh yeah, about that. I'm doing my doctorate at the same time, and it is what it is. This is how I got it there. It was mainly that, and that's what gave me my doctorate. The plan was to stop at my master's. I would have been happy with that. But doctorate,
PhD. In what?
It's a doctorate. It's not a PhD. Public policy.
So wait, okay. A doctorate is
Doctor,
different.
I have to do a doctorate. I have to do a dissertation. I just have to do a capstone. I do a capstone, but my dissertation more was like we do presentations to like Senate committees and stuff.
Okay, please educate me. What's the difference between a doctorate and a PhD?
PhD, so both of them are terminal degrees. Both of them are doctoral degrees. It's like the test you got to do. With a PhD, you test on the way out. On a doctorate, you don't test on the way out. You submit papers. You submit your research, your publications and research, and that's what moves you along in the process. You have to do that, but it's still a lot of writing, still very scrutinized, and with stuff we're dealing with more on the academic side. I got more real world experience, so that's why Association of Energy Service Professionals. See that I publish paper. What I talked about has been peer reviewed, like not just like by an academic setting. These are people who work in the industry, and I've spoken before. City Council. I've spoken before Nevada Assembly. That was just last week. I did the Nevada Assembly. I've spoken to Senator Jackie Rose and Cortez Masto. Like the university puts you in a place where like they think your ideas are like something that should be implemented, not just this academic theory. So that's like why I like the program I'm in, because like I was heavy on this energy management for like data centers, high energy used in buildings, and that's because I used to work for a company that managed utility programs.
Got it. So I know you talked about public policy.
Yeah.
And then you're also talking about the energy infrastructure.
Yeah, so my policy is energy energy and utilities infrastructure and management. That's what my research is for my energy policy.
Can you dumb it down for us?
Yeah, so my focus is on data centers. So there's a program called Automated Demand Response. That's when utility companies pay high energy users to turn down their power in their peak demand periods. Their peak demand periods on days when it's 115 degrees in Vegas, between the hours of 4 and 9 p.m. You'll get a text message saying like, hey, we want you to participate in this program. I'll pay you $100 a kilowatt for every kilowatt that you shed, but the minimum has to be 100 kilowatts. That's $1,000 per hour. They'll pay you to turn down it.
So the goal is to save on energy, and they want you to do that by turning off your energy in certain times of the day where it's most expensive.
And it's only like 12. It's like 12 to 16 days out the year, mostly during the summer period.
And is that major companies or is that the small households?
So small households have one too. It's called Power Shift. That's through ME Energy. That's the demand response. That's the residential version of it. But the commercial one, it's commercial. It's implemented through a consultant called DNB. They're based up in Summerlin. They manage that program. I want to expand that program specifically for data centers because data centers have so much load. And they're built in such a way
data
that
centers are popping up a lot more nowadays
because of AI. Because we have cheap power and AI. So they're coming to the West Coast. And that's where my energy focuses on, how to get those big data centers to be flexible. So when you have these times of peak energy, instead of like when it's 115 degrees, your power bill shoots up. You know your power bill will be like $200 a month, and the summer bill, every year is like $500. It's because of that peak demand pricing is kicking in. So what I want to do is like get more energy on the grid. So I can go to a data center during this area of time, kick on your generator, get off the grid, or battery, get off the grid, so there's more energy on the grid for the average residential to reduce cost. So that's what I want to expand that program for and kind of mandate it for data centers because they have the money to build it the correct way. They have and
they should be doing it the correct way.
And sometimes they don't mind doing it. It's just like you gotta educate them on why to do it, how to do it, and why it's beneficial for them.
Can you explain to me why it's such an uproar on these data centers in certain communities spewing out dirty water and things like that in certain areas?
So that's where we need more management and oversight, I believe, at times. So there's energy management systems like SonaLife, like one of the companies I partner with.
Say it again.
SonaLife Energy.
SonaLife.
So with them, they can manage how much energy you're using, how much water you're using, how much natural gas that you're using, and verify how much the real savings are. So if I'm in a data center, I can run a report, and now that report, if you were a certain amount, the utility company is obligated to make sure that they're enrolling these programs, so they're not using our water. We can tell how much water these companies are using, and we can say, hey, instead of using a water tower to cool your building, I want you to come up with one of the water a solution that uses like closed water loops. They're not using as much water. Mm-hmm. We want to make sure that your data center is not throwing out a whole bunch of particulates. So we're going to put air monitoring around the facility.
Okay.
Then we also want to talk about it's in an area that needs more like a heat island effect. So I want you to plant some trees around the building to keep it cold. There are things that they can do to offset the stuff. We should just have them call it out up front. Where I get the frustrated is we let the local jurisdictions issue a building permit without asking them, not even telling them, just asking them reasonably, like, can you implement these measures in your plan so the building is more flexible and resilient? That's what needs more to happen. Like the state, and like it needs to come from the state.
Is the lack of understanding from public officials that just don't know what the heck. So that's where you come along.
Yeah, that's where my policy. That's why I'm a subject matter expert. That's why I testified. And like I said, I like data centers. Data centers bring infrastructure, jobs. Like nobody's gonna stop using open AI these days.
Man, and I think there's an outrage on people that use AI now. I'm like being demonified for.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna either adopt.
And I'm like, first of all, I'm not the data center. Like, write the paper, write your strongly worded letter to the data centers about how.
But the thing is, educate them, and the data centers do need to take the responsibility and try to be building more energy efficient. Do be more active in the community. Like honestly, with the data center, people don't realize sometimes they're the largest taxpayer for a county. So that means they're because they pay property taxes. Right. Those property taxes go directly into funding to your schools and infrastructure. So and then like data centers will bring their own infrastructure to the area. So if you get a data center in there, you might can like now I can build a subdivision. And then when I build a subdivision, now I got a tax base where I'm collecting property taxes. I can fund the school better now because of the data center.
Yeah, I think a lot of money to a city if you can like. Amazon comes to your city, your economy is going to start.
People are going to work there. People are going to start working there. They're going to hire people. So, like, that's the thought about, like, it's not like on an Amazon level because Amazon create a lot of jobs. It is on a level that you create some jobs on the construction side, but people are going to use it. You need to just, I think, it's for us not, the fact that America is leading the world with the amount of data centers by a long shot, it's not going to go. Like, we got like over 4,000 data centers. I think China is still like right at 1,000.
I didn't know that. So why public policy? What drew you to this field?
Grew up working for my uncle's law firm. Saw him clerk for a state assemblyman. What's that dude's name? Billy McKinney back in the day. Maynard Jackson's office. Did the airport, the City of Atlanta Airport. Did the Atlanta Workforce Development Agency.
So you just been around it.
An intern for it. So then I was a delegate for the Democratic Party in 2012 for Obama. I was an alternate delegate. Like I went to the national convention. I didn't have to vote, but I was the alternate delegate, literally. Like you know that thing with Trump got to vote for like the scandal slate. Yeah, I was a real version of one of those, duly commissioned by the state of Georgia in 2012. Shout out Meredith Lilly. She's the homie that got me there. Wow. But yeah, I'm heavy in politics. But I was like heavy in politics in Atlanta. And then like when I moved here, I didn't want to do party first. I got more into like policy. So like my policy was cannabis cultivations, energy management, sustainability. Those have always been like big things for me. Of course, you know, I believe you should always join your chamber of commerce, see where the money's coming in at. So.
Right. Okay, so what is something that people misunderstand about policy and how it affects their lives?
Energy policy affects
not just energy policy.
Just like the government directs a lot of money, and sometimes the elected officials don't know. They're not subject matter experts in there, and they just leave it up to them without trying to like email them some of your information, call them out. Like for me, whenever I wrote a paper, I will send it out to every elected official in the state. Like when I write my papers, I send them literally out. Like that's why I got called back to speak before Howard Watts. I had emailed him like 6 months ago about a paper I wrote, and because I'm published, it was like it's not BS. So like I think a lot of people don't realize the kind of power they have by doing that. So just find like whatever policy that you is, send it to your elected official, educate them about it. You're the subject matter expert. Educate them better so like they can better effectively represent you.
So you hold a lot of weight as far as knowledge being power.
Yeah, 100%.
And the fact that you're now implementing that knowledge and utilizing it for the community.
Yeah, well, community, myself, money, like knowledge is power. It is what it is.
Yeah.
So if you know how something works and you can like see like the gaps and how you can get more people on board, you'll always hold value to whatever side. Yeah. Now it's up to you to decide what side you want to do and like what area you want to go into.
Yeah. So you're about to go from. I want to say because you could get a job at a Fortune 500 company and do these things, but like, are you going from scholar to entrepreneur?
Right now I've always been like a serial entrepreneur. So all you guys like is that bone in my body. I like making money, but no, I'm gonna work for a company. I want to work for somebody. Interviewing with a couple of companies now.
What's your goal?
I program director of a utility agency for a few years. I want to build on that. I got a really good knowledge because I do want to work for them because like I got so much knowledge and it's way easier to do knowledge with big companies and especially down the way. I would actually want to implement my policies.
Yeah, and see them really like transforming.
Yeah. But consulting, but I probably end up consulting. But I do want to go. I want the experience of like real like on there. So I like doing that. But I got a consulting firm right now. I'm bidding on a grant right now as well too. It's like the verification of energy signals. Still within my wheelhouse, like energy management. I work with energy management, doing consulting work with that. So like if somebody wanted to bought a building, they wanted to make sure it's energy management, they're getting all the incentives and rebates and keeping the operating cost of the building low. That's where I can help out with that. So I do some consulting work with that. I've already been doing that for like the last year. So I've already been doing that, but the goal is like, I want to go like either work for the Google or like Google pay me as their consultant. So either one, or like one of those two.
Okay, so let's speak high level. We've been talking about it a little bit, but if you can pinpoint it, what's a change that you want to be a part of long term?
Oh, long term.
Because AI is coming, it's here.
And more for Las Vegas and like in the Southwest area to invest more in their education. More education. Like we lag behind. And so many people want to move here, but we don't have enough doctors, lawyers, professionals here to figure out how to expand that. I would say that. And that could be jobs in energy. That could be jobs in AI, gambling, hospitality. Mm-hmm. Like, that's where I see, like, I'm going to go on big. I just stay in the big. I mean, just stay in Nevada Pacific. I would say, like, how can I be a help with the catalyst of driving more economic development in that area. I do like the fact that because of our infrastructure with the casinos and hotels here, over 150,000 hotel rooms that we're now become we always say we're the sports mecca. No, we're the sports mecca. Because we got all the facilities, we got the hotel rooms, every Super Bowl, every award is like 10 times better in Vegas. So we're built for it. Mm-hmm. Like in Atlanta, in Georgia, we have like 4 really good nightclubs in Georgia, and we have one nightclub that's half as nice as Excess, half. 4 of the size as Excess. If Excess is not even the biggest nightclub, you got Omnia, Tres, you got everything. Hakkasan, you just got so much here. We're built for it. So like I think that the fact they're going into the professional teams is bringing every one of those teams brings in billions of dollars in revenue that stays in the state, creates new jobs. I think that it further cements Nevada as the entertainment capital of the world.
Man, yeah, I love that about Nevada. And now, like, because I'm from California, and coming from California, and just at a young age, seeing all the different possibilities, I'm like, oh, I think I'm in the right spot at the right time. Las Vegas is forever expanding and growing, and just in the past 4 or 5 years, it's like,
since I've been here, they only had the Golden Knights here, so I've been here 6 years. They got the Raiders came here, the A's came here. Yeah. I saw the construction of Fontainebleau. Mm-hmm. That's $4 billion. The Resort World's $4 billion. $2 billion at the Allegiant, $2 billion for the A's, and $2 billion for Circa.
Crazy.
So for $3 billion at Circa. So we're talking about billions of dollars every year that's going up like nothing. Name a hotel or a project in Atlanta that big. And like I said, I don't know. Maybe the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, that wasn't even $2 billion. Now maybe $2 billion. Tourist Park, maybe. They're talking about the size of these resorts and these facilities are like astronomical when you think about the infrastructure. So I like the fact that just the service to infrastructure is even more crazier.
Okay, so how do you balance school, fatherhood, and being an entrepreneur and like, you know, chasing these big dreams?
Adderall and prayer.
Lack of sleep.
Adderall,
working out.
Adderall, prayer, working out. One of those three things. A combination of those three. I put a lot of work in. I'm not gonna say that. I don't expect anybody to do that kind of stuff. I'm literally a crazy person. But you got goals, and I want goals. Goals are not gonna accomplish themselves. So like for me, like I like to check and complete my task and goal. I've always been like those kind of guys. So now that I did it, finish that task. Now I gotta find another task or goal I want to go after.
So what is that? What is the lifestyle like? Do you have to
get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, work to midnight? That's it.
That's
six. I work
maximize
on a late wake. I wake up late, and it's considered late is 6 o'clock for me.
Sheesh.
So like 6, I go to bed around midnight.
Me
so that's I don't know what that means. That's what
7:30 right now.
Oh no, you gotta be in the office like that.
It'd be hard for me to.
The richest guy I ever met.
I'd be trying to wake up.
I remember I worked at his Access Financial. I worked for this dude. The guy was a badass. He made us on his first day of work meet him at this gym at 4:30 in the morning. Then we went to spin class with him. Worked out with him. No, we went to just a HIIT class with him. Then after HIIT class, we had breakfast at 7. Then we had to be at the office at 7. And in fact, he does this 3 times a day. This guy was in his 50s. Guy's rich as fuck though. Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I started realizing, I started picking up that habit. I started going to the same breakfast spots he started going to. I see other rich dudes there. They be in their papers. They be in the corner doing their own business. So I was like, you know what? And then got really rich guys just care about their health at this point. Once you get to a certain age, a certain money part, I done made millions of dollars. Now I just want to do. Now I'm biohacking. I'm going to the gym. It's like, so like if I started with that kind of mindset up front, that's what kind of gave me like I want to.
Okay, give some game, girl. Give some game. You saying we should biohack? We should.
Mine's more like I don't think biohack. I'm not that down. I'm not that down the rabbit hole. Right. I'm saying like go get your blood work done twice a year. Definitely gonna tell you that. Make sure you go to the gym. He's 2 or 3 times a week. I try to go 2. I go like 1 to 2, but I'm gonna tell you everybody go 2-3 times a week. Cause like you got to build off the stress and you like just keep your body going. Yeah. I read a lot. I'm an avid reader, so like I read a lot. I like anytime I could get a chance to, especially when I travel, I read books and stuff. And just lock in, find that goal, find what that task, that's what you want to do, and just lock the fuck in. Like so, like that's what kind of gets me. That's why I say I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do it, execute it, and if I can't do it, I tell people I can't do it. And then some people like, oh yeah, they like the idea. And I just like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
So what would be the advice that you would give somebody that is trying to rebuild their life and like really find that success?
Set a 6-year, 1 year, 5-year goal.
6 months?
6 month, 1 year, 5-year goal.
Okay.
Yeah, 6, 1, 5, and just see like set your task and where you're going because. If you don't know where you're going, you're just gonna go in a direction. And if you just aim in no direction, you can't track success. So if you give yourself a goal, you can track your success. That's what I track my success by. With school, it's easy for me to track my success. I look at my transcripts. My transcript said I only made 2 B's in my doctorate program. I made no B's in my master's program. In my bachelor's program, I still finished with almost a 3.7. So, and that was just because I took one of those semesters. I took like the max load again. I think like 20 hours one semester, and that was just me doing too much. But I didn't care. I just wanted to be done with it. I thought it was gonna be done for good for it. That was just a lie. But for me, it's like set a goal for yourself, and then as you accomplish the goal, check it off, and then you set another goal and you check it off, and then you see that long-term goal. Like I said, my goal for me was like I want to finish my doctorate. I moved here in 2019. I said I want to finish my at least my master's program, and I did that in 2023. And then like, I guess the new goal is like I want to finish my doctorate program. I already committed, so that means me already 2026. Now whatever I do during that time, I go along the way, that's good. But like I know I checked that box off at the end of the day. I know I was laser focused. So now my next goal is now I'm finding like what's the next task for what I want to do next. Because for now like kind of like victory lap thing for right now, but like. I want to find a job, and then I want to find like what my next project I'm going to put myself into that's profitable. Like I said, I got a lot of real estate background too, so I think I'm going to do some more heavy real estate, more development as well.
Something
too.
like commercial, something big?
I might flip some couple of houses. Those are easy. I might do a commercial project. I can always do consulting on like a big commercial project. But that's something I got equity in heavy. I might like partner up with somebody and just do it. As long as I get some equity, as long as some action in the plan, I want to just keep building on that.
Love that. Damn. Huh. Okay, so what is something that you would want people to know about you?
I'm an active reader, and I do a lot of community service. Like big on this thing on paying it forward. People like my uncle, people like Maynard Jackson, like my real like role models in life. Chris Womack, one of the 2 African American CEO of a Southern company. I know him. Growing up, total badass dude. So like the fact that now I see like dudes like you, I'm 40, you're in your 20s. I'm like, bro, keep going to school, keep going. Like get involved in community service, because like it shows you, one, how to talk to people, on like at the richest guys in the world to like the homeless guy in the street should all be like given a certain level of respect for everybody. So they always, I think community service is big, and that's one of the big things. I would say that to me. I like EDM festivals. I've been to EDM festivals all over the world. Like, yeah, like I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna go to Ultra and Medellin.
Ultra, that's put on by a Tao group.
Yeah, they want to Medellin this year. I'm gonna figure out how I can like get down. I'm done with school. I said I got my goals. I was like, all right, shit, that might be one of the goals. This EDM festival, maybe in South Africa or like Croatia. That gives me a reason to go travel that country too. I like traveling. So like traveling plus an EDM festival, I'm there.
Damn, that's tight. Okay, so you've been mentored a lot in your life.
Yeah, definitely.
How important is also because I want to stem this with mentorship and brotherhood. So like, how important has brotherhood been in your journey?
Oh, good. Like, you know, the guys on 100 Black Men, they always support me what I do. It's never nothing like going like being around like a bunch of older, smarter guys than you, or like or more successful guys. A lot of these guys, like, they're fucking paid. So I was like, and usually, how the fuck they get paid? They don't sometimes tell you. Just look at their actions in motion. I was like, oh, I need to add that to my repertoire. Yeah. So that was like with the 100 Black Men on the brothership thing. And then it's like,
notes, like
they support me. And like, we need National Leadership Institute. Well, send Kenny, because Kenny's getting his doctor. Kenny knows that. So they feel like not only they're getting something out of this too. It's like we're sending, like, me and Ronnie both got doctors. Now I think we got the most doctorates at like the Leadership Institute, or most members that's participate in the Leadership Institute, and nothing like more impressive to like older black guys. And like you got these doctor guys running around here. Man, so it's like, I think that just having that kind of like friend set, growth, like if I needed something, they're to help. But also, like I say, when I got in trouble, like it helpful that I was a part of all these organizations over the years. Because when I got in trouble, I literally had over 117 letters of recommendation for my sentencing hearing.
Wow. Yeah. No, I want to talk about that. So, what does real accountability between men look like?
I don't lie. I just tell you what I want. You might not like what I say. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. There's no point. I'm past that point in my life. Yeah. And I think more.
Did you get that from people doing the same thing?
No, I was always pretty straight kind of dude. But I used to lie about dumb shit. The biggest lesson I learned was when I got indicted. I had a business partner. He was a football player, and we were doing a real estate project together. It was his project. We were flipping it, and I told him I was in fucking Dominican Republic when I was locked up for like 6 days. I don't know why I did that. Motherfucker had a fucking private investigator look for me, or his lawyer look for me. He knew I was already locked up. But the fact I lied to him, me and him just stopped doing business with each other. So from that point on, I just stopped lying to people about that. Because like he could have helped me out. He's literally got the connections, he got the money, he can do something. Mm-hmm. So if you lie to someone like that, you kind of like, there's no point in doing it. So the more you can just be straight, honest with yourself, is the easiest thing to do.
Man, oh, that's big. That's big. Okay, so what do men need more of today that we're not getting?
I guess more like that's why I go back to community service. Everybody's about themselves. If you do community service, you'll meet a mentor, you'll meet more people. You need to get involved in more professional groups. Doesn't matter what it is. You need to feel like, especially Which, if you're going to go towards whatever your goal, your profession you want to go into, join the organization. Like, I'm in energy service professionals. Mm-hmm. I'm a member of the energy service professionals. They like me, especially since I'm black and I'm in a group that I support. So if you're in hospitality, join the Black in Hospitality. Join the Vegas Chamber, mm-hmm. and from there you start getting a group of people who value you, and then you're just, these are my people because we got something in common, which is money. Because we're trying to make money, and you're known in your group as in your special group of people. Like, I'm an expert in that group now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what does legacy mean for you right now?
I got a daughter. Make sure she goes to Spelman College or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And then just do good in the community. Like, when I die.
What are some of those things that you want to leave behind?
I mean, for me, it's just I would probably want to get my name on one of these buildings. Get a name and that means I need to make some money to donate to the school to get my name on a building.
Okay.
That's typically how you get your name on a building.
I've never heard of that before. I really like that idea.
Oh, I had an uncle, Kenny Cottrell. He owned Proline hair product. Cecil
You
did.
said Proline?
Proline, the just for me.
That sounds super familiar. Proline.
Yeah, Proline makes black hair products. So that's my dad's cousin. He's like, Uncle Comer's a badass. So Uncle Comer, millionaire. He's one of the first African American. He's the first African American to be a professional owner in the United States. He was a co-owner of the Texas Rangers, George W. Bush, when George W. Bush owned the Texas Rangers. That was one of his best friends. Also a black Republican, but can't be perfect. But great guy though, great guy. Just learned because of him, I just learned the real money game, and he just set the standard of what black men with the juice they should be able to do. I mean, he definitely wasn't a perfect guy, but I definitely just like the fact that I saw the work to do. So what he did, Bishop College was a college that was failing and was failing. He donated money, reopened it back up, and named it after. He has a building. The student union is named after him.
Yeah.
So I said about my Uncle Comer had a building named after him. He put up some money. I was like, shit, I need to make some money so I can put up a building somewhere at Morehouse or UNLV. Somewhere around here. Somebody needs to put my name on the building. I need to give him a couple of meals to make it happen.
That's a good one. I like that. Okay, last couple of questions. If somebody's watching this and they feel stuck, what would you tell them?
Go do some yoga and go to the gym. Physical fitness gets you out of the mind, keeps you sharp. Read a book, talk to people. I know mental health is one of those big things. I've always been really indifferent about it because I've really been always locked in. I want to make money and I talk to a lot of people. I'm not just a guy that stayed in the house. I don't know, join an organization.
So you like mental health? What?
I get it. Oh, I get it. People don't have as many friends I got. I think my biggest thing why I don't have a lot of mental health is I have a huge group of people. It's not because NAACP or 100 Black Men or it might be UNLV, it might be the Association of Energy Service Professionals, it might be some guys I go golfing with, might be guys I party with at Marquee. I got a group of friends that I party every year at Marquee. I met them in March Madness. So you build these friendships. I got friends from fucking jail. My best friend I met in jail. You're friends with some of these guys. They become your really good close family friends, and you just talk to them about life. So don't lie to yourself. I would say, I would tell young folks, don't lie to yourself. Get active in your community, and also go to the gym. I've seen people who have left less mental health issue, or people who are more physically fit. They go to the gym. They can do yoga. They're interacting with other people.
Mm-hmm. So if you sit at home eating chips,
or they're in the house sad watching TV,
get up, go to the gym, man. I feel that definitely fixes a lot, man. This has been amazing. This has been good. Is there any questions you got for me?
Yeah. What does success look like for you?
Success?
Yeah. What is success for you?
I always keep this quote: "Is success is a worthy realization. Success is the realization of a worthy ideal." So if you put your mind to it and you're like, "Oh, I want to do this thing. I want to get this done," and you accomplish that is successful.
Yeah.
And so I see if you're able to put some goals down on a list and you get these accomplished. For the week, I want to get this, and this done. and you do that, you had a successful week. You're successful. Now, I dream big, so like I definitely have some goals that I'm still trying to accomplish, and so like there's been some things that I'm like, I put my mind to. I'm like, I want to get this done.
Yeah. So what's your 6 1 year 5 year goals?
My 6 month right now is I'm about to start a new job at Omnipool.
Okay.
And so I want to save a lot.
Congrats. That's going to be a fun job.
Yeah, appreciate it. I want to save a lot more money, and I also have a product, a service that I started with a partner of mine. His name's Isaac, to write people's books. And so what I want to do is start generating $10K a month.
Yeah.
I want to start generating $10K a month and being able to save money. Yeah. And so like I can really set my foundation of multiplying that 10K to 20, 30, 50K a month. Yeah. I want to eventually make $200,000 a month. You know, like if I can get to the point where I'm making more money with my entrepreneurship, I don't need to clock in. And so, and then you said 6 month is my making right. 10K a month, and then 1 year. 1 year, I want to be in a position to buy a home or my first property. Me and my fiance were talking about doing an investment property, and so
easy way to buy a property in Vegas is they got down payment assistance for a lot of people, just like within that demographic. They're giving more. I tell everybody buy start a home. Yeah. Yeah.
So I definitely need some more information on that because I seen this post about in a certain area they're giving out grants for. So I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah, North Las Vegas. My friend just bought one. You put like $1,500 down. Yeah. Because the down payment system covered the it's up in North Las Vegas.
Yeah, my aunt, she's a loan off manager, a mortgage lender, and so she told me you have to be in the industry for at least 2 years. And look at your profit and loss and all this, or your debt to income ratio, and so. I think
I don't know. I bought my first house at 19.
Oh man, then I
bought my first house. I've bought like 7 houses over the years, like in my name, and then like I invested in 40, and then I've developed 40 with like companies and stuff. Like I've been like I made more of my money in real estate. I think going to school slowed me a lot making money. But I want to go make some money. But I'll tell anybody make some money in real estate. But so you got your 1 year. What's the 5 year goal?
My 5 year. 5 years, I definitely want to have at least two or three homes. Yeah. I'll be renting them out. Real estate is definitely a goal in my mind, and then I also want to be able to travel a lot more, so have the freedom and flexibility to have my businesses make money without me having to be there.
Yeah, I would say that's the other part. I would say like the school, like especially still being in school. I would say one thing is join organizations that got national brand. They go to their conventions, and these conventions be all over the world.
Yeah, so I want to. And like I work for Tao Group right now, and
Tao got one in Sydney.
Tao's
in Sydney. My friend just went to their nightclub there last week.
Yeah,
I said there's a Tao in Sydney.
So I want to position myself in a marketing like a marketing position to be able to travel more and put initiatives and events and certain things that are still fun for me. You know, if I'm gonna go to a job or clock in, I definitely want to be doing something that I like to do.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, so, you'll definitely. As I got older, I like construction. I like the topics that I'm actually interested in. Like I can nerd out on this kind of stuff all day.
Yeah, and then I want to be done with school. I want to at least have my bachelor's.
Yeah, like I said, school's like one of those things. Like, slowly chip at it, just so you can pull them together. Because like you're really doing out at that age. It's like, oh, my kids will do it. It's like, oh, I got my like you were walking my house, got art all over the fucking house. On my wall, the very first thing on my wall, I got like a wall of all my degrees, all the awards. So you walk in the house, it's like, damn, Kenny got a lot of awards. And that's why I also say I do that because like that's letting you know it's not cheap. All my degrees and stuff, it's probably the most expensive piece of art I got in the house when you think about it. Like I'm gonna be at like $200,000 in degrees. Yeah. And then also when your kid's gonna be able to look at it. I remember this from my uncle's office, and I'll leave it at that. My uncle in the back of his office had all these damn awards and shit, and then he hit him with that letter and that letter would say maybe I'm charging $50,000, $175,000. You can do that once they see all the awards and the shit. They know you know your value,
Right.
and I think that's also that's like just highlight. And I'll say the any black man highlight your wins and awards, celebrate your wins and awards, and document it. Like I think we don't do enough of that to realize for like how epic and all the cool shit that you do.
Man, I like that.
Yeah.
All right. It's been a beautiful conversation. Where can people find you?
Kenny Cottrell on social media on like all platforms. KennyCottrell. Company is Green Chain Incentives. So Google Green Chain Incentives. It comes up. Pretty everywhere on social media. And looking forward to next steps and how we can continue this conversation on. Just like I said, I mean, it's another 1 year, 6 months, 1 year, 5 year thing. Where do you see where you are today, where you are tomorrow?
Yeah, I love it.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.